Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-October 2015 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Taurus. And I'm back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Puimoon-Law. And I did enable the fan funding link on my channel. So if you'd like to support my channel and donate to my cause, that would be awesome. You can just click on that fan funding link, and I think it should walk you through all the steps. And so let's see what we get for you guys. My lovely Taurus, I have shuffled, and a couple of cards just popped out while I was shuffling, so I laid them out here. So there's some interesting stuff, intense stuff. I want to say the end of October. It's a very intense time. I want to say it's not going to be intense for all of you. It's going to be intense for some of you. Some of you are going to resonate with this video and some of you are not. Okay, so I'm just saying that this is not across the board for every, 3 billion Tauruses in the universe. You may also want to check your moon sign or your rising sign this month, because again, there's some intense stuff going on, and it just feels very stressful. And I think overall, my October Taurus video, I think I said it's stressful too. It's sort of ringing a bell, which normally I don't remember anything from my videos at all. But I remember that for some reason. So I want to say, Taurus, you may be going through a little bit of a tough time, okay? You have the Tower as the foundation, which is a divorce or breakup or something unexpected going on. Okay, big changes. Can also mean like something suddenly happening and you're not expecting it to happen. This is in the distant past. So you may have gotten a divorce in the past. You may be married or remarried. If you're remarried, you may also be thinking about divorce again, because you have the Justice card in the position of emotions. So this is also divorce. So you have two, the divorce cards, basically, both. I don't even think there's a third divorce card, okay? So in my mind, this is either you've been divorced or you soon to be will be divorced again, or you're kind of weighing something. You're going back and forth and you're trying to, make a decision. A lot of Tauruses have a difficult time making a decision. They get stuck in the decision-making process. And so I feel like you're going to make a good decision, but despite the fact that you have to be careful not making an emotional decision, because it's showing up in the position of emotions. So emotionally, you may do something you may make a decision that's like emotionally eating, For those of you who may be allergic to milk, you may go out and buy like a pint of ice cream and down it. I mean, it's just one of those things that may happen. I'm not saying for everyone. I'm saying that's the example that I'm thinking of. So this could be true for some of you, okay? Especially females trying to make up your mind what you want to do, going back and forth trying to make a decision. There's karma here. This is a karma card. The Justice card is karma. So everything is I feel like you're going to make a good decision. And I feel like you're going to have learned from the past, from karma, from karma and from what you've been going through in general, okay? But for the most part, for you to have both divorce cards, divorce is weighing very heavily on your strong Taurus shoulders, okay? So either it's thinking about divorce in the past and emotionally being at that point where you're ready to divorce in the present, or soon to be divorcing in the future. I feel like divorce is very strong for you. Not everyone, but because you have both, I feel like it's very, very strong. just because you were divorced, and I also want to say, just because maybe you were divorced in the past, does not necessarily mean you're going to be divorcing your partner if you're married again or remarried in the future. You may just be going back and forth and trying to make a good decision, okay? But karma is at play here, and that means things are going to end up fair, not necessarily how you want them to end up, okay? Just saying. So I'm putting that out there. I'm not saying divorce is inevitable or breakup's inevitable, but it's very strong. And without a strong foundation, it's almost like, they're showing me there was a movie called The Brothers McMullen, and he's cutting a banana. And it's like, and he's like, what they do, he's talking about women and how they, I don't know, or something. I forget exactly how he's like peeling. It's sort of like he's saying like what women do to guys is like they peel the banana. You know what I'm saying? And then it's sort of like they whittle them down to nothing, until they have their balls flapping in the wind. I want to say, Taurus, you may feel at the end of October that your balls are flapping in the wind, that you're kind of hanging out there exposed to the world. Okay, I'm not saying literally. Okay, although. If you lose your pants, lose your shorts, whatever happens to you, Taurus, at the end of October, message me. I want to hear about this. However you lose your shorts, maybe if you shit your pants. I did read, I don't know where all these things are coming to me from it. I don't know, some guitar player in some band, and how like it was in an interview, and how he did shit his pants in like one concert. I don't know. I don't remember how this happened, but it was just like, it really made me laugh. For a long time, my worst fear was shitting my pants. I don't know why. Message me if that's a worst fear of yours too. But it was a worst fear. I think my worst fear has really changed. My fears kind of change over time. I don't have a lot. The ones that I do have, they're like more like paranoia. It's more like paranoia of things happening. It's not like really fear. It's more just like paranoia of things happening. Anyways, I digress. So, where was I going with this? So yeah, if you shit your pants in October, don't be surprised. If you get a divorce in October, don't be surprised. If you, or file for divorce in October, don't be surprised. And if you feel like you got your balls flapping in the wind and you lose your pants in October, message me and don't be surprised. Okay? Okay. So that said, you got some tests here, Taurus, and this is test time. You have the Hanged Man, which is a test of both physical and inner strength. Okay? This is where the little boy goes to the tree spirit, he says, or girl, and he says, I'm having a tough time. He's crying. He's running through the forest. I'm having a tough time. The tree spirit says, let me give you some strength. Let me help. I want to help. What can I do to help? And the little boy says, just, I don't know what to do about the situation, and confides in the tree. And so the tree says, just hang on to my branch. I'll take care of it for you. So this is asking for help. This is you needing to ask for help, delegate, take care of your physical body. Make sure, some of you are kind of growing very thin. You make sure you're eating right and sleeping right, and you are taking all your vitamins. Some of you are over-exercising to the point where, you may have very little body fat, You need to kind of get things back into, healthy balance as far as your diet and fats and nutrition and all that. It's very important. Some of you may literally be ill, okay, in mid-October, or getting over some kind of cold. But this is also a time of waiting, where it's like you may have been waiting for a long time and you're just hanging in there. And the message is to hang in there, Taurus, okay? Don't give up, okay? You have the Ace of Wands crossing it, which is it's a random odd card for the rest of your spread, okay? This is why it's kind of an interesting spread. You have, this is a passion card. It's a card about passion. And staking your claim and saying, this is who I am in the world, and this is what I'm going to do, and making your mark, it's at the same, it's sort of like, it's weird. At the same time, you're exhausted. Maybe it's like you're too exhausted. It's like you're too exhausted because you're fired up. The engines are fired. So it's like you may try to go to sleep, but it's like you're going. You're still going when your head hits the pillow because you're fired up right now. For some reason, you're fired up. It's almost like when you break up with someone, it's like you're going through that breakup craziness, and it's sort of just like you can't really think about anything else because your brain is just like you're getting eaten by those withdrawal symptoms and all this stuff. It's one of those times, Taurus, that you may be a little bit fired up. You know, you also may just be really wanting to have some sex, which I don't blame you. You got a lot going on. So, you're wishing for, you got the Eight of Wands, which is the Witch card in the recent past. And in the recent past, you were wishing for some emotional contentment and peace of mind. For a little piece of happiness. And to me, this is you, Taurus. Taurus guys, specifically, okay? But you also have the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, Taurus guys, we're also wishing for this woman who could be, you could be married, okay? Maybe it's happiness for both of you, okay? Maybe you're planning on, retirement or something like that. You may be older because the King of Cups to me generally represents happiness, but it can represent a water sign male or a Taurus male because there's tortoises, and I associate the tortoise, the turtle, because it's so slow, with the Taurus. Not that Taurus is slow, it just does things in a more easygoing, slow, relaxed kind of way. That's the Taurus. So for you, Taurus, to have a lot of fire in the heart of everything means, your engine is going. You may have a lot of energy mid-October and you're rearing to go, okay? You may have to hold in the reins a little bit because you've got the patience card. So it's like a push-pull. Part of you is like, gotta remain calm, gotta remain calm, woosah, woosah, and then the other part of you is like, all right, let's get it done, let's do it now, ja, 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 you know what I mean? Sort of just like, you're a powerhouse, so, it's almost like they're showing me like, it says vroom, vroom at the accelerator, but you're not going anywhere. It's like you're parked, but you're accelerating, the beginning of a race. You're rearing to go, you're revving up. It's kind of how I feel. So some of you, maybe at the retirement point are planning, a retirement or vacation, because I do see the King of Cups card a lot of times is a tropical card. There's definitely a lot of, water elements. So this is going to a beach, needing to go to the beach, needing to be, away where there's peace, where you have a peace of mind, where it's very calm. And the King of Cups, you Taurus males may just have the hots for the Queen of Cups, who's also another Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, can also indicate a Virgo or Capricorn female. Now in the immediate future, you have the Magician, and the Magician is getting a lot of things done, working with your hands. Someone who's kind of a Mr. Fix-It, handyman type of person. Someone who may have some Capricorn in their chart, or some other Earth. This could be Taurus, or Virgo. Either you, Capricorn or Virgo, in their chart. But I also see this as being sometimes a Scorpio male, or sometimes an air sign male because he has the wings. So Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra male. To me, this is you just being focused on work, doing a lot, having a lot to do, and just trusting that you're following the signs. You're using your intuition, and everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to work out okay. Now this is where it gets a little bit. I'm a little bit kind of concerned, okay? because right after you have, the last 4 cards, you have the Justice card in the position of emotions. Now this is moving into the end of October, the last week, I would say. Then you have the Three of Swords coming in from the outside, which is sacrifice and loss and pain and suffering. And it's not a fun card, okay? This can indicate death in the family. This can indicate some kind of trauma, some kind of major loss, okay? I don't like it, but I really don't like it when it comes with the Five of Pentacles, which is, you crying in bed, you not knowing what to do, you being very heartbroken. To me, this is the end of a relationship, because this is a breakup. To me, this is a breakup. This is what happens after a breakup. You get hurt, someone tells you they don't want to be with you anymore, or you tell them I don't want to be with them, and then someone, you feel really bad, and you kind of end up crying for several days, feeling just like you don't want to get out of bed, and feeling like you're never going to find love. You're looking for Mr. Right because, you were wishing for the King of Cups, which is, a great guy, or just happiness, happiness in a relationship. And then the outcome is the Five of Swords, which, really puts things into a battle type perspective. Okay, this is the battle. This is the bloodbath. This is the feeling like you're in survival mode. There is no spending. There is only saving. There is no going to the restaurant because you're, counting every penny that you can have to get, a can of soup or something. I mean, this is like, you freaking out and just living only in the survival mode, doing the bare necessities, okay? Taking care of the bare necessities. And the Five of Swords is also a bad dude, okay? For some of you, it's someone, and it may be a Cancer, Scorpio, can also be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius male, or female, okay? It's very rare cases it's female, but I do have seen it as a female before. Most likely, the female is the one that's in survival mode. Most likely the male is the one that's going for blood, is the one that's going to throw you under the bus, the one that will betray you, okay? This is also conflict. At the very, best case scenario, it's just conflict. It's getting into a fight with someone. It's getting the bloody nose. It's, somebody telling you off. This feels like a very messy divorce. Messy. Conflict driven. If it's a divorce, this may be someone that's affected by the divorce. This may be someone who's just, very much looking out for number one, who really doesn't have very little to hang on to, who's been in survival mode for some time, who hasn't reached that point in their career, in their life, of independence, of feeling confident, of taking care of themselves. This is someone who will look after if the building is burning, they will not save anyone, they will save themselves. So it's conflict. It's conflict, major conflict with someone. If this is you, Taurus, at the end of October, which I doubt it's you, but you could be you, feeling just very much like, not thinking about, anything other than just barely getting by. That's like the main thing. To me, this is a domino effect. The ripples, you sort of like, your foundation is shaken, and it's not really good because Tauruses need a foundation, okay? They need security, job, house, things to kind of hold on to that lay a strong foundation for themselves. A car, they need these things in order to really function. As the Tower is the foundation, either means a divorce in the past, or the foundation for you, Taurus, is getting shaken up. Means your balls are going to be flapping in the wind, and you're going to be wondering, what the fuck am I going to do? At some point in October, you may be going, what the fuck, many times, okay? you may be going, what the fuck, I'm going to fucking sue their ass off and get a divorce, okay? And then you may be going, what the fuck, they do something to really hurt you. And then you go, what the fuck, am I going to meet somebody new? Please, God, send me somebody new, send me somebody good. And then you go, what the fuck, you know, I don't have any money, I'm just barely hanging on, how the fuck am I supposed to survive, you know? So this is kind of a what the fuck month for Taurus. I hate to say that, but, you know, going back to my original October general prediction, I don't feel like much has changed in that regard. I will say, you know, on a lighter note, that change is inevitable. And as an earth sign, even though, yes, you are here to be kind of the foundation and the pillar of society for all of us, you can't always be the pillar. Sometimes you have to just let go of the old and embrace the new, like everybody else. And so you're kind of thrown into that boat of everybody else. And it's not going to be a pleasant boat. But for a time, you may learn to have more compassion for other people and other people's suffering and what other people have gone through. And for a time, you may grow. It's going to force you to grow on a personal level and find contentment in places where you wouldn't have ever looked, or find a relationship in people where you would never have considered. Why? Because necessity is the mother of invention. And so out of necessity comes great creativity, great intuition, great ideas, and great drive and motivation, okay? And I got a full tingle on that, and it's hard to have a tingle through this shirt because the shirt is quite tight. This is like my rollerblading shirt. So basically, Taurus, what I'm saying here for you is, you know, great things are going to come from the change. So whatever change you're going through in October is meant to happen, because it's going to help you grow, and you're going to find prosperity and happiness in things and ways and people that you wouldn't have thought maybe prior that you would. Okay, so and if you're stuck in survival mode, again, you're there for a reason, because the universe is forcing you to look at, what can I do to change my situation? What can I do? Do I need to switch careers? Do I need to start my own business? What can I do to make extra money? Do I need to get another job? It's just causing you to look at all of those things and really reassess. So in the end, it's not an unhappy ending. It's just that you need to embrace the change and adapt a more I can do it approach, and less of a what the fuck approach, because you may be freaking out for a while. I want to say for some of you, maybe really freaking out in October. Okay, the end of October, it's like major freak out time. Okay, but you need to calm down. You'll calm down eventually, and you'll come to a balance point eventually, and you will come to some new conclusions and decisions and make some decisions that maybe you never thought you would, but that's what the universe is calling you to do. It doesn't mean you're going to be desperate. It just means that you're going to have to think a little bit differently than you were thinking before, which is okay. So on that note, I'm going to leave you with all that madness, and I'm really wishing the best for you. And this is where I would recommend keeping a journal and writing things down and taking notes on what's going on, so you can look back and realize how much you've learned. Remember, it is the destination. Sorry, it's the journey, not the destination. It's the destination, I should say, that causes us to have tunnel vision. And the Taurus does have tunnel vision sometimes. So if you're planning a move, or say you're planning a vacation, or you have a focus point, there's a point that's the focus, understand that all the things that you're going through before you get there are so important. That whole process is actually more important than you going, than or arriving at that destination point. It's more important because it's teaching you things. So if there's been any delays, if there's been any struggles, if there's any conflict, all of that is meant to happen because that's what you should be focusing on. Embrace that. Embrace all that stuff that happens before you actually get to your destination. Because I always say life is not where, okay, you go and you sit on, a porch. It's not about getting to the porch and sipping iced tea the rest of your life. It's about all that stuff that makes you realize, oh, I see, this is what I was supposed to learn from this. That's how it's supposed to go. So, anyways, I'm going to wish you the best, and message me, let me know how things are going. Email me if you'd like a private reading, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Make sure it's OLSON, and it is $75 per hour, and I only do 1 hour sessions. I don't do any half-hour sessions or anything like that. So, anyways, I'm going to send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care. All the best.